Come out to the bar.
I ain't gonna let everybody just jump on all over Ave. Like
you don't like that?
That's because it seemed like that'd be the popular thing. Like let's pile on. Like,
we just here to have a debate.
Man. Like, nah, come on, man. We can't do it like that.
Listen up, YouTube. You're watching The Basement. My name is Bruce Lively, and cheers.
Once again, I'm D-Boy Slim.
And The Basement is the first. Now that we're back, I think I'm gonna add that. I'm gonna add that front piece in. I like that, man. Listen, from Tuesday through Friday, we tackle the most intriguing topics in hip hop culture and the world around it. So welcome back, Basement family. Let's talk about Troy Ave.
Dope boy Troy.
Listen, he alluded to testifying against his ops on the stand, or at least that's what people are saying. All this after the whirlwind behind the new Pac album and the problem with sending money or lack of to his deceased friend's mother.
Whoa.
Hey, listen.
I don't like where we going.
Hold on. So listen, it's deep. And we're going to try to approach this subject with caution. But we have to give it a good debate, people. We're going to keep it gangster. We're going to approach it with caution. We're not going to play games. This is a hood show. But we will give it a good debate. So that's today's question. Is Troy Ave keeping it 100 or faking his gangster?
Whoa.
With that being said, let go. They're going to love this one. They're going to love this one.
Wait a minute.
Let's get it.
What's the question again, bro?
Is Troy Ave keeping it 100 or is he faking his gangster? Simple and plain, man. Listen, it's more than just this song, but that's what we're talking about.
Listen, we could sit up here and we can question the Troy Ave, how his people were treated, those who were in and around the altercation that happened that night. We could debate about did he go about treating the family with the proper courtesy and respect that was due in that particular situation. We could debate about his arrogance, as my son has often tried to allude to or whatever, and say that it's his fault that he's always in trouble, whatever the case. But I'm going to deal with fact, right? I'm going to deal with facts.
Let's hear the facts.
What we know to be factual.
Talk about it.
Because everything else is just speculation.
Okay.
We can, like I said, we can debate about those here and there, but there's no debate in the facts and what's concrete. What we know and what we seen on footage was supposed, because we never did see Taxstone's face, and I'm not a rat, and there's a case going on, so I know, how that goes. So what we know to be an altercation between Troy Ave and Taxstone ensued or occurred or whatever have you, and guns popped off, Banger is dead on the ground. That is what led to the altercation, the physical altercation between Tax and Troy or whatever. And as we seen in the footage, Troy is actually walking out of, I forget the name of the venue again, but walking out of the plaza with walking out of the club with the gun in hand and shooting or whatever the case, with his man behind him. So, that's fact. Like, that's what we know to be factual. Now, let's go over some more concrete details about this case.
Man,
we're here to talk
about
a
debate or a history lesson.
We're here
what's happening?
Because we gotta set the foundation first before we just start talking about who did what and why he did it or whatever the case. Like, we got to understand what actually happened for anybody to say he said that or he did this. So, let's talk about another fact in the case.
Middle finger from the stands.
They both was arrested, Taxstone and Troy Ave. Initially, because a man is dead, there's a murder trial ensuing. No one was actually sure who actually shot Banger. So, therefore, Troy Ave was just as much a suspect as anybody else involved. Which led to speculation at that particular time and saying, oh, well, maybe Troy Ave hit his man. He accidentally let the gun off or whatever and shot it. We did see him shooting on the footage. Maybe he shot Banger, right? So, Troy Ave is arrested, so is Taxstone. Shortly, Troy Ave is released on bail, right? This is just the facts of the case. There's no, he snitched or, there's none of that. There was none of that, and there is none of that. That would be access that Taxstone's lawyers would be able to obtain to find out is that factual that Troy Ave said anything about anybody. So we know that, like, there was no actual snitching in this particular case and with the trial coming forward. So, but what we do know to be factual, as a matter of fact, no, I'm going to let Bruce go. I'm going to let Bruce go. I'm going to just let the cat out the bag in a minute. But I'm going to let Bruce say what he says and how he... Because like I said, so I don't see anything that points to the direction of Troy Ave snitching. There was a video he made where he says, middle finger from the stands. Only got love for my fans.
I'm only loyal to my fans. It's true. Middle finger from the stands. Either me or you. Lead showers, they go laugh when they send her out the jail. I use my power like ghosts. Ain't no rules when you ruthless.
I don't see anything like it, there's such thing as snitching, cooperating, informing. Like, I'd seen none of that. So we'll let Bruce see what his side of it.
You don't have to be Shakespeare to understand the meaning behind the words. And if you do have to be Shakespeare and you don't understand the meaning behind the words, he made a video to explain it to you. That's all there is to it. I don't think Troy Ave is worse or better than anybody else. I don't think he's more or less gangster. I think he is keeping it 100, except for when he's rapping and living real life. That's what this is about. In his raps all day long, if you see the video, he's talking about how many people he's murdered and murdering all the time. Listen.
Niggas know how I get down. Turn you to a cold case. I do murder without a sound. I won't argue, no yelling. I do murders and don't get found. If they dead, then who tell them? I'm only...
And then, in the same vein, at a murder trial, he said he's willing to point out his ops, who's doing the same thing as him. Who's doing the same thing as him. That in this case, in these street rules, in the laws that I learned, is not okay. I can go on the stand and talk about whatever. I will if you kill my friend. But it's also because I don't proclaim to be somebody out here busting guns all day or doing anything extremely illegal all day long, every day in every rap. You don't have to do that.
You don't have to do that.
If you do that, there's certain things that come along with that and that you cannot any longer do. That's my case. That's all I have to say. You faking the gangster on one of those occasions. In real life, maybe you're not the person shooting everybody dead. Maybe you're not the new Pac. That's okay. On your album, you are. At one of those times, you're faking the funk, man.
Damn!
That's all there is to it. I don't know about the anything else but that. I don't know about nothing else but that. All the history, all the paperwork, who did who and when. I don't know about none of that. All I know is either one of those times you're faking it or the other time you're faking it. It's one or the other. Either you a killer, mass murderer, drug dealer, new Pac, or you're the guy that's allowed to go on the stands and tell about how his friend got shot. Either one of them works, but not both. Time.
You know, it's funny because, you know, we reverse roles, and there are times where you see me excited and Bruce more reserved.
And this is what he does. This is how you see?
But this particular instance, I think because when you know that you got the W, folks, when you know that, you know, your side of the debate is the winning side, there's no need to be excited. Listen here.
I'm going to need another drink.
I'm not even going to say he. Bruce proclaims that Troy Ave on his records talks about murder all day long. First of all,
on the same song is what I'm saying.
First of all, well, actually, he's talking about that particular altercation because he says, "Punch you in your face, take your gun." So
yeah, he also says, "I'll play it for you again so you can hear it."
In any event, whether he talks about bodying people, being a shooter, whatever have you, it doesn't take a rocket scientist nor or you know, you happen to be a career criminal to understand that, one, if you've had to shoot somebody, it's something that you don't talk about.
Right.
And if you've gotten away with it, then, you know, the less attention to it, the better.
It behooves you not to speak on it.
However, if you're involved in a murder trial that is caught on footage, that's caught on tape, and that's caught on recorded camera, then it's a little different. It's a little different. Especially when you yourself are a rap celebrity or whatever the case. And as I stated before, there was speculations, and this is why I gave the history lesson that he likes to say. Because there was speculation before. Nobody knew whoever that killed Banger. And so you had no other choice but to think, because you seen Troy Ave with a gun in hand, maybe he shot Banger. So in this particular trial, what I'm saying is that it has a uniqueness to it. It's kind of one of a kind. Here's the other side of it. Taxstone is still arrested. The only other one arrested behind the crime. So it's not some type of big secret as to what's going on here. Now, so he wants to speak about the code. Let me explain to Bruce one thing.
Explain it, brother.
The code has already been broken. And not by Troy Ave, by Taxstone. Taxstone has already written a letter to the judge, pointing fingers, implicating names.
Yeah, he's the worst.
And
Everybody knows that.
And all of that and such. And so he's already broken the code.
Yeah, he's annoying, and he was whacked from the beginning. Like,
so
he breaks codes all day long. Everybody knows that about Taxstone.
I'm talking about in since he's been arrested.
No, I feel you. No, I'm saying like that's not nothing new for him. What I'm saying is he's not the new Pac is the deal. He's not portraying himself to be the new Pac.
That's neither here. That has nothing to do with this case.
Taxstone has been
You're
whacked.
talking about their records and their reputation. That's reputation and their records. But I'm talking about in this as it pertains to this particular trial and who kept it gangster and who's keeping it 100, as we stated in the beginning.
Taxstone is not. Yes,
definitely
right.
And so definitely, I would have to say, if somebody said, "Yo, Doug already snitched on you," or whatever, I can definitely say, when they call me up to the stand, it's middle finger to the ops. That's why that makes sense. That's why that's not Troy Ave keeping it any less than 100. Period. Bottom line. That's my whole wrap up. He's not keeping it anything less than 100 because he's already been snitched on. And lied on at that. Taxstone already wrote a letter to the judge trying to implicate names in this, that, and the third.
That's a great point.
It's a mockery out here.
That's a great point. And Taxstone has been a mockery to the culture. I'm just gonna say that. So, and I know, please don't shoot me in the club, I guess. Who cares? You're whack, dude. And that's okay. That's a great point.
I think that's what Troy Ave was saying. Like, yo,
I hear
how can I be snitching when this guy's already written a letter to the judge?
My thing is,
you motherfucking right as fuck you when I get up on the stand.
Whoa. We kind of getting outside of ourselves here, man. Let's relax. Let's relax here, and let's just look at the idea of what it is.
We don't usually curse, but yeah.
No, I feel you. This is an important subject, and it's easy to get heated. All I'm saying is that, ask Tony Accardo. Find out from any of the people that if you are a gangster that you look up to, and see what are the repercussions for somebody who snitches. It's not that you get to snitch back.
Listen.
The repercussion is
When Sammy the Bull told on Gotti, you think Gotti went up there, motherfuck Sammy the Bull. Yeah, he was my boss and he was killing everybody. He did that shit on his own. You hell yeah.
Please.
Y'all, this ain't no, like, you doing trial for your life out here.
And I understand
I'm
that.
talking cold.
And
like I said, we talk.
What I'm saying is that's okay. What I'm saying is that is okay.
And that's the highest.
D-Boy Slim.
That's the highest form of it.
D-Boy, that's okay. The wrap up is in the same song that you're talking about doing that. You have to omit the fact that I'm also a murderer out here on the street.
You seen it on tape. I'm about that.
Or it's one or the other.
You already seen it on tape. I'm about that. I'm about
what
that
you
life.
saw was you shooting and hitting nothing. It's different from the video
I'm
when
about
busting a nigga's head out the back of his skull.
I'm about that.
It's different. That's the truth.
I was retreating. My man just got knocked down.
What do you guys think, man? I don't know how else to say it. In the same video I just showed you, one of them, and I'll tell you what else.
Like you said, it's one of the. It's both.
So
you seen I'm about that life,
right? So at best,
and the nigga that tried to kill me,
so at best you
already snitched on me.
So at best you keep it.
So when I get to the stand, there's nothing fake about that. So when I get to the stand,
so check it out, people.
I'ma say fuck you too.
Listen, so check it out. It's up to y'all to
y'all understanding what we saying out here.
To keep this debate going, right?
Get that dirt off that boy name, man.
All right,
get the dirt
and
off
he got
that
it on
boy
his
name.
own name. This is something that he's been doing. It's why my son said the way he moves in general always gets him in trouble because he's always doing something ridiculous.
That's corny.
And it just so happens to be it might be corny, but it just so happens to be true, bro. It so happens to be true. It's always you. It's always you. Why? Listen, man, y'all leave it right down there in the comments. We got no shout outs today. Everybody who hit us up yesterday, I'm gonna shout you out tomorrow. We got no shout outs today. We're kind of going over time, but please stay tuned. It's gonna be a crazy Friday show, and next week is even more bangers coming. You're gonna love it. You're gonna love the debates. You're gonna love the commentary as usual.
We coming back with the city wrecking too.
Yes, we are. At some point, we're going to get some nice ones, too. I want to make sure they're nice, man. Make sure they're nice. You guys give us some suggestions. How about that? You want to see the city wrecking again? You want to see the city wrecking Wednesdays? Right down there. Let us know. The basement, people.
Appreciate the love out there. We out here.
Peace. Don't look so distraught. It's not your fault.
That's not at all.
It's not your fault that he did that, man.
Not at all. It's funny to me.
You know?
Yeah, you know.
It's not your fault, man.
D-Boy has to defend old boy Troy. It's just the irony of it. Wow. I don't know how it is. I can't say I don't know how it. I know how it is. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
all right, man. Now that we're back, I think I'm gonna add that.